Well, hello there. This is the Ridiculousness. My name is Martin Day, and I am your host. This is episode 4, which I'm going to call A New Hope, because it's a Star Wars thing. Oh,
yeah, I got it. I like it.
Yeah, nice. I have a guest with me. Again, it's not just me talking on my own, because that's probably quite annoying for you. My guest today is the lovely Anna Griffiths.
Hello.
She's very talented. She is an actress.
Apparently so, yes.
You are an actress.
I am.
You have acted
I
in
have.
things, so
I
you are
have.
an actress.
Yes.
And a teacher.
Yes, I have worked as a teacher as well. Teaching drama, because obviously just do the same thing in many different guises.
Yeah. But no, very, very talented person. Very talented person. So that's why I wanted to bring you on here and talk to you about that, because
Okay, well,
you're
thanks.
Nice. And also, you know, God forbid, if anything happens to anybody, there's
It's for
a
posterity.
record
Yeah,
posterity.
I like it.
There's a permanent record of
This
you.
is really awful, but I often and frequently mean the same thing. I frequently think about if I was to die now, not in a really morbid way, but it would be really great, because then people can say, oh, she was so talented and she had an amazing career ahead of her, rather than if I die in 50 years and I haven't had an amazing career, no one will ever know.
That is a terrible thought.
It's bad, but it's quite fun, because then you're like, it's, you know, no pressure.
No pressure. I don't know. I always felt a tremendous amount of pressure when I didn't really do drama school, but when I did drama courses and stuff, that was really hard work, because everybody was vying to be the top spot. They all wanted to be the lead.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be the lead.
When I felt like at drama school as well, part of the stress was that they could spend the whole time saying you need to really know who you are and what's individual about you and what you can sell about you. And I still feel like I've got no idea who I am, because one day I'll be like, oh, I'm going to be a ballerina, and then the next day I'm going to be a goth or whatever, you know? How are you supposed to decide what you're going to be like forever and then sell yourself?
It's
bizarre.
I don't know. People have that drive. People know what they are. I don't know. I've never known what I wanted to be. I always flirted with the idea of being an actor, but the reality is much harder than what I'm actually bothered to be capable of, really. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It is really difficult, but it's amazing. But I think that's the sad thing as well, is that I guess in a way you want to act because you don't want to be yourself. Not in a depressing way. I like myself perfectly fine. I'm all right. And the fact that I've got such amazing friends makes me think, well, I must be pretty good, because all these wonderful people are around me. So it's all good. But then you think you get to be loads and loads of different characters, but you don't. Mainly, people cast you as exactly what you are already. And that's a bit limiting in some ways. That
does seem to be the trend that has been for the last 10 years, since Friends, really, because they were cast as themselves. There wasn't an awful lot of character really going on. It was when they auditioned, that's them, that's their character. And also when they've acted after that, they can't escape that original character, because that's them. Yeah,
so exactly. And some actors are fortunate enough to get away from that, but they get pretty massive before that happens, you know, and that's a bit sad. But also, some people play that character amazingly, like Jack Nicholson does Crazy better than anyone else does Jack Nicholson Crazy.
Absolutely.
So he just gets to do it over and over again, and I wouldn't stop watching him because of that.
No. Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
He does a really
my God,
good
he's so good.
See, Crazy is pretty easy to play. It's a lot easier to be the bad guy.
It's so much more fun.
It's more fun.
I love playing evil people, and for some reason I've got one of those faces where I get cast as manipulative bitch, which is brilliant. I love it. I don't know what it is about me, but I do like
face, it. Animated. And there's a glint in your eye. That's you know, it's full of positivity coming out of you. You just got to.
One of my friends said, "You look like you could switch at any moment."
I should have patted you down for knives or something.
I haven't got any concealed weapons, I promise.
Good. They had concealed weaponry in Glee. Oh my God!
Oh.
Somebody pulled a knife.
Oh,
sorry, spoilers. Oh my God, that's terrible.
I need to know about this now.
Oh my God, no, Puck.
Oh,
Puck pulled a knife, but it was all right because it was just a prop.
Oh, okay. But I thought if it was going to be anyone, it would be him.
West Side Story, that was it, when they did West Side Story.
Yes, I haven't seen past They've got their characters for West Side Story.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I haven't seen anything past then because I'm rubbish and out of date.
Rubbish.
But
that's not too bad. That's just the second half of series 3.
Oh, so I'm not that far behind.
To watch. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Not that bad. I could probably give it to you because I don't have any. I wouldn't have permanent copies of that because that's probably illegal to download. So I don't have any of that to give you, unfortunately. But later I might do. So I might give you. I can give you a memory stick with some of that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I love the idea that people are sitting at home listening to us chat about where we're up to in Glee. Because I know that I would be one of those people and I would find that entertaining. And I don't know what that says about me.
People find shit entertaining. I listen to podcasts a lot, and I've just been downloading random ones from just random people I've never even heard of, and some of them are terrible. Most of them are terrible.
Yeah.
But with some of them, there have been some genuinely nice people that I've sort of gleaned from this. I mean, one of them was a Glee discussion podcast, so that was...
Don't make that disgusted face. You loved it.
I didn't love all of them. Some of them were pretty bad.
Was that just because some of them were wrong about your favourite Glee characters?
Not necessarily. It was nice to hear others' opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
That was nice, because I don't know an awful lot of people who watch Glee. I'm not an American, so...
Or a girl.
Or a girl. Or a gay male. Although some people would argue that fact, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well, no. There would be people, though. This is one reason why I don't want to go on, like, Big Brother or any reality fame, because of the stories. There's a few people out there that have stories on me, and they would love to sell them. They would make a bit of money. If I went on Big Brother and I got some kind of fame from it, they would sell their stories, and that wouldn't do my career very
That's
good.
very true, but it's so sad, isn't it?
People would be like, "Oh, well, you robbed somebody sometime. That's bad. You shouldn't have done that." And it's like, well, yeah, I know.
But sometimes needs must.
That every day. It was a long time ago, and I was a different person.
Exactly.
I was really fucked up on drugs, which isn't an excuse, but it is a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not fucked up so much on drugs now. I've mixed it in with other drugs, and that's the stabilising ones now, so that's better for me.
It is a worry, though. I don't imagine that I'm ever going to become famous, but if I did, all my ex-boyfriends, please be really nice and don't sell things to newspapers, because that would be horrendous.
That would be horrific.
Like poor old Talisa.
That was sad, really sad.
But I don't understand why someone should get judged for giving someone a blowjob. Come on.
To be totally honest, the problem that I had from it was that it was a really shit blowjob. She's just flapping it on her face.
I haven't actually seen it.
Oh my God, it's terrible. Right. The worst bit is because it's taken a while for this guy to get off on it.
Oh dear.
So to speed up things, she pulls out her boob, and it's just kind of it's just on top of her like top. It's not sexy at all.
Oh dear.
It's not a sexy sex tape at all. It's terrible. But
yeah, if one's going to make its way to the media, you probably want to look good.
Well, like Kim Kardashian. I don't know if you've seen Kim Kardashian's, but they are set up like proper pornos. They went to town on that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They learn, oh shit, if you have a sex tape, you can get a TV show out of it.
Yeah.
And that TV show will sell stuff, and I'll get a clothing label and perfume, and it just breeds success from there. But I don't want to have a sex tape.
No.
I'm not comfortable with myself, let alone being naked into the mix as well. I've got a really scrawny, horrible body. You can see all my ribs and stuff. I'm half emaciated. It's not attractive at all. There's weird hair that grows out of me in weird places. I call them lost pubes because they're not in the right place.
All your listeners are now thinking that you're a deeply unattractive man, and that's not true, everyone.
I'm odd looking. I am odd. I don't look conventional. I'm tall and thin, and I've got a long, angular head.
It's a nice long angular head, though. I feel you're doing yourself a disservice.
It's all right. Like, it gets me by. Like, I can at least look in the mirror now and be like, yeah, you got your power frames on. You know, you're looking pretty.
They are
sharp.
good sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean, not sunglasses. They're not sunglasses. They're normal glasses.
I can't wear sunglasses.
Why not?
Because
Can't you get prescription ones?
It's fucking expensive.
Okay.
What I need is to get sponsors for this podcast. One of the jokes that I've been trying to pull off with this thing is that there's a company called Volcano, and they make these vaporizers, these really fucking expensive vaporizers.
Amazing.
And I want to get sponsored by them, because then I'll have, you know, I'll use the vaporizer and then come on here
before
and tell
all
them
the shows.
how great the fucking vaporizer is. And I already talk about how great the vaporizer is because
you really, really want one.
When I was in Amsterdam, I tried one, and it was awesome.
It does sound pretty amazing.
I can't go back. You just press a button and it fills this plastic bag with vapor, and then you press the button, it stops. You pull it off, and you just.
I'm not going to lie. I'm doing an expression of shock and
so
awe at the
easy.
moment.
It is so easy, and it's not smoking. There's no carcinogens, so it's a lot healthier. It's
Sounds
way healthier.
Good.
I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Yes,
but I still smoke marijuana. Like, since I stopped smoking cigarettes, I can't smoke joints anymore.
Yeah, I've been very impressed, though. You've done very well.
But, you know, the other alternatives of smoking weed, and it's just straight now, is way unhealthier for me, I feel. I still don't feel, like, fit at all, and I'm coughing, and I still have the smoker's thing. It's still embedded in me, so I want to go smoke-free.
We should explore more baked goods, I feel.
Yeah. I tried to do that at WOMAD with my
yes,
brownies.
I remember.
But I didn't have enough, really.
Because I found a book in California called Baked, and it was all about a woman who loved weed but didn't want to smoke anymore. And so she made a whole cookery book of things to do with weed. And I was too tight to buy it because I figured I'd be able to find it all on the internet. I'm sorry, lady who wrote that book. But I think it's worth a shot. I think we should give it a go. Do some investigation.
Eating it is way more psychoactive.
Yes.
Like, if you are likely to trip off it. Smoking it, you have to really, like, push it, and it's only in the early stages of smoking when you get the whiteys or, you know, whatever, and you get all dizzy and stuff. You can start hallucinating then. Yeah. But that's hard to attain. So eating it is...
some sort of nirvana. You have reached enlightenment.
It's a totally different experience of it. Completely different. It works well with movies. It works really well with movies. I went to go see The Matrix.
Oh, really?
On Space Case, and I couldn't fucking tell you anything that happened in the cinema.
I don't think anyone who's ever seen that film can, to be honest. I was worried about my mental state because I went to see The Matrix, and I came out and I was like, I think I understood that. Which then meant I believed that I was psychotic.
Did you believe that this was all just an impression? There's nothing.
I kept wondering if maybe it was.
Because that's scary. That's not an uncommon thought. That does resonate with other human beings.
Well, and when people start saying stuff like time is just a human construct, it freaks me out because these ideas are too big and I can't deal with them and they don't help me pay my rent, so I don't need them at the moment. Like, I love it that people think like this, but sometimes it's just a bit much.
It is way too much. Way too much. It's the same way that I view religion as well. I technically label myself as agnostic, which means I do believe that there's stuff out there probably, but it's way beyond my contraception. It's way beyond my perception. Way beyond my perception. So, you know, I can't even begin to think about it. Yeah. So I'm not going to think about it and just live my life. I'm just going to live this life because what else am I going to do?
You know,
I'm going to be
as
the
good
best person
as you can.
I can
Exactly.
be when I'm not on drugs and robbing
people.
Well,
even then, when you're on drugs, be a nice, happy person who hugs people and stuff.
Well, yeah, but while I'm hugging you, I'm secretly lifting your wallet at the same time. Terrible.
Oh dear.
Terrible.
So any future employers who are listening to this, this isn't a true representation of ourselves.
No, I don't steal things anymore. I used to have a really big problem, like shoplifting and stuff. I never have,
and I've always really wanted to. I wished I had the balls to do it, but I don't.
This is why you need to get famous, because every famous person. When you go off the rails, you can get it then.
Ryder.
Yeah, just do it then.
Yeah.
You'll get some... You won't even get, like, proper time.
But that's exactly when you know that people are just doing it for the buzz, because they've got enough money to close down stores and buy whatever they want.
Absolutely.
But why not just shove it in your handbag and feel like you're doing something naughty?
The buzz that I used to get from stealing from Woolworths. Oh my God. Like a can of Coke as well. I used to steal shit. I once got arrested from Tesco's for stealing.
Sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh.
Stealing value cheddar. Because I didn't even...
You could have at least gone for Pilgrim's Choice. That is another sponsor for us now, please.
Oh, yeah, Pilgrim's Choice. Well, any cheese, really.
Cheese.
Any cheese
I love
manufacturers.
Yes,
Alex
cheese,
James,
please.
that guy from Blur, he makes his own cheese.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I was going to say something about foreskin.
That takes a long time to make the volume that he's kicking out. Well, we nearly got one of his cheeses on our counter at Sainsbury's. Nearly.
So he doesn't just make his own cheese for like his family and friends.
No.
He makes
like,
his own
he
cheese
he made
time.
it like to sell it. I don't know if he still does, but he did then, because they've kind of got back together, haven't they? So
I don't really know, to be honest.
Cheese.
Yeah, but I'm sure now he's just got minions who make cheese for him and go,
Probably.
try putting some jalapenos in it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Try put what?
Some jalapenos in the cheese. You know, he's branching out to new lines.
Cheese with jalapenos.
I bet it's good.
It is quite nice. Jalapenos and garlic. It is nice.
Cheese.
I like cheese.
One of my exes, his mum worked as person who types up somebody else's notes, like a PA or a secretary, something like that. And she was given loads and loads of dictaphone recordings of meetings about cheese that she had to transcribe. And then she got given loads and loads of cheese, and it was amazing. We had like Stilton with apricots in, and we had cheddar with cranberries, and just hundreds of different cheeses. And I just go around and gorge on cheese and then leave.
Nice.
It was good. A good perk of a not very fun job, I would imagine.
It's not a very fun job. I've done that before.
Have you?
I tried to. I can't hear very well, so I couldn't really... And like, one of the people I had to do the transcriber for, the guy who was doing the interview was fine. He was English, really clearly spoken. The guy he was interviewing was Scottish, and not very clearly spoken.
Oh, dear.
And used a lot of abbreviations about shipping stuff. It was really dry and boring interviews.
Oh, God.
And I didn't understand what any of it meant. So half of it was incorrect. So I had to put little question marks next to the bits that I didn't understand.
So it wasn't even his like fun abbreviations, like he was well gel. It was like an abbreviation for a shipping container.
LOL at the end of it. I was like, no. It was
some people do speak like that, though.
They do. I know
so odd.
people who speak
people
like that.
Who say OMG and what'uff and all that.
What'uff?
What the fuck? What'uff?
Oh dear.
It's very
that used
odd.
to be back in the day when I was first on the internet. Mm-hmm. That used to be my email address, was starvingmarvin@whatthefuck.com. That was the best email address I ever had in my life. It all stemmed from a Dennis Leary joke.
Oh, okay.
Dennis Leary's an American comedian. He doesn't really do comedy so much now. He's more of a serious actor because he was in films, and he's in a show called Rescue Me, which is about firefighters.
Oh, okay.
It's on Sky as well in America.
I don't have Sky.
I have no idea. I don't watch it because I don't particularly like him as serious. A lot of him, he got accused of ripping off all of Bill Hicks's material.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's because they have sort of similar...
No theft.
They do have a lot of similar parallels. Like they both did smoking material. There was a lot of swearing and music stuff. But his stand-up, it's really funny. He's really angry and he's pissed off. He's smoking on stage, and it's really fucking funny, some of the stuff that he says. But serious actor, he's not overly well. He was in Demolition Man and Small Soldiers. Small Soldiers, the one with the little small plastic toys
that
actually
was
came
so
alive
awful.
with Tommy Lee Jones.
That was terrible.
That
and
was
I've seen
terrible.
it at least twice.
Yeah. He was the toy boss. The American brash,
the
boss of the toy thing.
Yeah, I know exactly
who
you mean.
Put missiles on these things, he talked really fast. That was his gimmick, that he could talk super fucking fast. Which he could. He had a song called I'm an Asshole as well. That was
that sounds infinitely more entertaining than that stupid movie.
It is. His stand-up is way more entertaining. I've got DVDs of it. I'll lend you the DVDs.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because they're really funny. Because I saw you had a stand-up video. So you've done stand-up.
Yes.
So you can correlate some of those things.
Yeah.
That was, again, when I first tried that, I froze up. I had things planned out and I couldn't get through it, and I froze. And
when I very first started doing stand-up, the first gig I ever did went brilliantly, and I was just rambling. I'd written stuff down, and I knew what I was going to say, and I knew roughly the order it was going to go in, but it was basically, here are some things that I have thought over the past few weeks. And I just rambled through it, and it went really, really well, which meant that then when I had a couple of gigs after that and they didn't go so well, it felt like a car crash. And it was exactly the same thing. Like, it wasn't bad. Yeah. It just wasn't good.
At least you could get through your set, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the important thing, is finishing it. Because I just froze. And I can't do it. There's something about it.
What I eventually did was developed characters, because the thing that I found when I didn't feel it was going very well was that I'd come off and I'd feel like I'm not just not funny, I'm also a horrible person, and all these people hate me and I'm terrible, and it's all me and it's my words and it's me on there, not a character, and it's not because the play's shit or because the script's shit or the director's rubbish. It's me, I'm terrible. So then I developed characters, and then you're out of the problem zone because you don't feel anywhere near as vulnerable.
That's the thing. It's not you. You are genuinely a very funny person. So it's them. The audience was shit. That's what you've got to tell yourself. They just didn't get you. Eventually, you will have fans that like you. And eventually, after a lot of self-promoting, they'll come to see you.
Yeah.
So that's what you just got to get. You just got to get the fans.
Yeah.
Because that's what will put money in your pocket.
That's very true.
On seats.
Fans and sponsors. Speaking of which, did you see that Sex, Lies and Rinsing Guys programme on Channel 4?
You said about this the other night, and I didn't.
I've now watched it twice.
You've watched it twice?
I don't know why. I was busy doing very unimportant things like uploading photos to Facebook when I watched it the second time, so it was just on in the background, and I'm still just astounded. So I feel like I'm just going to set myself up an Amazon wish list and attach it to my Twitter and see what happens.
That's a very good idea.
Probably fuck all.
I don't know. Somebody might get the cheaper things for you. Like, put some really expensive things on there, and then put some things that are just like $2.99, something like that.
Can you buy anything for $2.99 nowadays?
You could find something.
I could set up a shopping list on Tesco's online and attach that, and then I might get some cheddar sent to me.
I just want my weekly shop.
I just want some cheese, please.
I can sort you out with that one.
Yeah, I know.
Cheese is good. I work with it, so I love my cheese.
See, it's good that hasn't put you off, because some people hate the things that they work with.
That's true. I was worried about that, but I love cheese like crazy bad. So like it's no way on earth it could come between me and cheese.
And somehow that thing about what you work with you end up hating. Never true of bartenders. Never met a bartender who isn't borderline alcoholic.
No.
So
it comes with the territory, doesn't it? Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, wow.
I've just noticed you've got a book, Ukulele for Dummies. Do you have a ukulele?
Ali has a ukulele. It's up here. Just get it for you. Wait, can you play it?
No, not at all. Okay. I'm just very intrigued. Oh, it's so cute.
She has a
I wish I could
ukulele.
play. Can she play?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't really have the correct strings, she said. So she needs to get it restrung, and then she'll pick up the book and learn how to play it.
I see.
But she's had it for a while and just not done it.
I bet Ben could probably restring it.
You know, me and my girlfriend, we are both fundamentally very lazy people.
No, I'm exactly the same. I feel like I'm really, really ambitious, but everything I start doesn't tend to get finished.
I have all these grand plans, and that's where they end. It's just plans.
Yeah.
I never do anything about it. That's the problem.
I feel like I'm quite good at lots of stuff, and I'm not very good at anything in particular because I never stick with anything. Like, I can make you a really good cake, and people have said to me, why don't you start a business? And I'm like, that involves doing loads of stuff. Like, I would be fine with all the baking the cakes and stuff, but making the website and all that stuff, boring. Yeah. Not interested.
You've got friends who could do that for you.
That's true.
And also, there's programs, there's easy ways to make websites now. It's not
I've got my acting website.
There you go.
Which took me 3 attempts, but it works.
Nice. Do you want to plug that? You could go. Can you remember your web address?
I can. It's www.annabuckland.com. You see, I even forked out for the .com instead of the .co.uk.
Wow. That's good.
For some reason in my head, that's infinitely cooler.
It is way infinitely cooler. .co.uk ties you to a country. Like, it wants to know, like, oh, you're from the UK. You're British. .com, you're international.
Well, and everyone said to me, oh, you need to change your email address because it's Anna G rather than something to do with my stage name.
Yeah.
But it's hotmail.com. So I was like, not changing it because you can't get hotmail.com anymore. You can only get hotmail.co.uk.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Unless you are,
you
know, not in the UK.
Oh.
I was like, no way. I'm keeping mine.
I've got a hotmail.com.
Yeah, see,
address.
we're cool.
Cool. I'm cool.
See, and Ben thinks he's a cool computer geeky type person, but he's got .co.uk. Loser.
Do you know, actually, I had to get a Gmail account for this whole thing, and Gmail's really good.
I've had one, but I don't know what I did with it. So,
if you check behind the fridge, that's where I generally lose things. You don't know what you've done.
It's under the sofa with some spare change and peanuts. Why are there always peanuts like in the sofa? We never eat them, and they're always there. And some sand.
I eat a lot of peanuts. That's how there's peanuts in my sofa.
I don't know how there's peanuts in my sofa.
I come round your house and I eat bone peanuts on your sofa. That's why.
Just for fun. Leave a trail.
Just for shits and giggles. Oh, I fucking love peanuts.
Dry roasted, I'm a fan, but
dry roasted, salted,
good too, but honey roasted.
Today I got some wasabi and soy almonds.
Ooh, I've had wasabi peas.
Oh, wasabi peas are the best.
I haven't had almonds.
Oh, they really punch you in the face,
yeah.
and then it's gone. And then you're like, whoa, what just happened?
Hit me again.
I'm going to do 5.
Like poker with the wasabi peas. Hit me.
Oh, dear, they're awesome. See, I didn't think you liked spicy food. I didn't buy anything really spicy.
Oh, I'm a fan.
There were some options of spicy food, and I was like, should play it safe.
Martin's referring to the absolute mountain of snacks that he's bought and are currently in the kitchen.
That's what I did for Tanner.
It's pretty impressive.
Like, if I've got a guest on here, I've got to look after you, right?
I love it. There's a lot of chocolate.
There's some chocolate, there's cakey bits, and I thought, because you are a vegetarian, I thought... Maybe it would be better to get... Because that means, to me, healthy. If you're vegetarian, you're healthy. I've got some fucking pumpkin seed...
They do look quite good,
Rivita bakes. They do look really nice. To be totally honest, I've seen them in Sainsbury's for a long time.
You just wanted an excuse.
And I really wanted to buy them.
Whack some cheese on those bad boys.
And now I had an excuse. Somebody's coming round. Put the nice things out.
I like it.
And then I panicked. When I got back home, I realised I'd forgotten the hummus.
Oh.
Because vegetarian, you eat hummus.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also, even if you're not vegetarian, you should eat fucking hummus.
Everyone should eat hummus. It's
great.
The
bomb. It's awesome. I will eat the shit out of some hummus. I love hummus.
I've never made hummus, though. I feel like I should, but I haven't.
I wouldn't want to make hummus. It comes in little pots. It's just down the road. It's a pound a tub. I've got a fucking pound. And I don't have chickpeas.
It would be more expensive to buy all the ingredients, but you could make a lot of hummus.
Yeah.
For a pound.
We used to sell it on our counter, and Jesus Christ, we got it in a huge, like, fucking ice cream tub, and nobody wanted it. And it was really nice. It had whole chickpeas in there, like, mixed in with it, and it was super cheap. And it only had 2 days of life. So the day we opened it, and then the next day, we had to get rid of it.
And then bingo, it's yours.
That's mine. I was coming home with ice cream tubs of hummus for, like, £1.50.
Oh,
yeah, chips and dips are on me, motherfucker. I used to love that. See, that was another job. I was going to dye my hair blonde. I was going to be the Milky Bar Kid. And now that's taken away. I was going to be Mr. Muscle.
Yeah, because he's a cartoon as well now, isn't he?
Yeah. Obviously, I can't be the Milky Bar Kid now. Unless they wanted to parody it as with an adult.
I'm sure they did, though, didn't they? There was a campaign maybe like last year where there was a black girl and she was wearing the Milky Bar Kid outfit, and then there was a grown-up wearing the Milky... Like, loads and loads of people who obviously couldn't be the Milky Bar Kid because they weren't small blonde boys dressed up in the Milky Bar Kid outfit.
They wish they were, though.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't? I frequently wish I was a small blonde boy.
See, this is the problem. I don't really have TV. I haven't got, because...
I don't think that's a problem.
We're all on the Freeview now. We don't get TV. Do we get TV still? There's the switchover. There's that switchover thing. Has that happened now? I don't know. But we haven't got a Freeview box. The only TV I get is what I get on iPlayer or ITV Player or Channel 4 OD. And if I'm really desperate, Neighbours on 5OD on the computer. Because all the others, I get it on my PlayStation. So
do you actually sometimes tune in for Neighbours on demand?
Sometimes I will watch an episode of Neighbours because Toadfish is still in it.
Oh my God, I know. I do know this.
And whilst he is in it, I will occasionally
sort it out,
watch it. Occasionally, I will watch it. I don't follow the stories anymore. I can't. I don't have that time.
There aren't really stories.
But occasionally, they still have the stories.
Kind of.
But as long as Toadfish is still in it, I will be in it. When I'm living the dream and I'm making movies, he's going to be in one of my movies.
Excellent.
I fucking love him. He's such a good actor.
Playing
I thought
himself.
he was a really good actor. Playing anything he wants. He can do whatever he likes. He's good by me. He was in it as a really little kid. And then he grew up with the show, and I grew up with him.
Yeah, I feel the same.
I reckon we're probably about the same age. It's nice. I should know his name.
I went to view a house last night, and it was in Shepherd's Bush, so it was full of Australians and Kiwis, because everywhere in that area of London is. Not that that's a bad thing at all. They were very, very nice and very friendly and lovely. And he said to me, "Do you know Home and Away?" How could I not? I said, yes, it's one of your exports, just like Neighbours and Fosters. And then they all stared at me, and I said, which are all shit. And I feel like maybe they don't want me to live there now.
Oh dear, that's not really, a good way to ingratiate
But those
yourself.
things are all pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's lots and lots of
why would they
fabulous
say that?
Australian culture that we don't get here. And
it's
good.
Fucking the offspring of murderers and rapists.
Oh, controversial.
That's what they are, though. I mean, obviously, you get the Aborigines that live there, but we sent all of our convicts there. That's who they are. That's why they've got no moral code.
Oh.
They don't.
You're going to get hate mail now.
Oh, no, I love Australians. Australians are the best thing. I love
Is that because you love
shows.
a good barbecue?
I don't love a good barbecue. I'm scared to eat barbecue.
Really?
Yeah. People don't cook things properly. Sal cooks things pretty good on a barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
I've eaten Sal's barbecue, but...
See, it's part of her cultural heritage.
Alex Cook did a barbecue, and he left all the food out for hours and then didn't cook anything. And then it got dark, so he bought stuff inside and then started cooking it on the stove. And I was like,
the point?
Dude, that food has been out for about 7 hours.
That's grim.
I don't want to eat any. It's just been out, on the floor outside, left out because I'm going to start it in a minute. No, I'm not eating that shit, mate. That wasn't even a proper barbecue. I
hate barbecues because I feel like they're always a wasted opportunity. Because you could make really good, interesting food, and no one ever does. Here's a burger. Here's a sausage. There's some white bread over there, and if you're lucky, you'll get a leaf of lettuce. It's shit.
I remember when my parents did it, there was bowls of potato salad.
Yeah, and pasta salad and pims. And
different kinds
I want all of that stuff. I don't just want... Well, especially as a vegetarian.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we went all out. We got you a corn burger. Thanks so much, guys. So I want to have a barbecue this summer where I get to be in charge of the food. But I don't own a barbecue, so it's hard because I asked Ben if he thinks Alex will let me have a barbecue. And he said, yeah, but he'll want to be in charge of the food. And I was like... Can't have it here then, because that's ruining my plan. I want to I saw this recipe where you spatchcock a chicken and then you do it with all Mexican spices and stuff and then barbecue it. I want to do all that.
That sounds amazing. That sounds
my
really
plan.
Nice.
So,
oh my God,
we need to find someone who'll let me overtake their garden and barbecue.
I mean, they have a barbecue up at number 6.
Yes,
but this is the same barbecue I think they've had for years. So it probably
it's probably fine. But if it was there, then Sal would probably want to do the cooking because she likes fire and barbecuing.
Well, yeah,
but she is good.
She last time she did get pissed off at the end because she did all of the cooking, and then
in that case maybe
she wanted a break. She wanted a break. Snap.
We could just get her really drunk really early on, so that then it's like, oh no, Anna will have to take over.
There we go. There we go. Awesome. We'll get you the apron, a hat, and everything.
I have to have the obligatory apron with boobs on or whatever.
So, can you cook meat then? As a vegetarian? Can you cook meat?
I do. Yeah.
Can you prepare meat then?
Yeah. I mean, it took me quite a long time.
That's
I
weird.
used to poke meat in the in the supermarket. It's grim. Poking it through the cellophane.
Cellophane is brilliant.
It is good, isn't it?
Food wrap. Yeah.
I was in a fancy dress shop and they had fake brains in like styrofoam cartons and cellophaned over the top. And the woman who owned the shop was freaking out because people had been poking all the brains and they were everywhere. Because people had been poking them through the cellophane.
Oh my God.
And they'd ruined her brains. But yes.
But you can prepare meat. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
It's mainly because of Ben. Like I'll do 2 versions of everything. Like Thai green curry, and you have a meat one and a vegetarian one and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But actually, it's not that much hassle.
And I really like Thai green curry.
Yeah.
When I met him,
I've trained him.
Burgers and chips.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes there was no chips. It was just more burgers and a sausage.
The other night he did eat 4 burgers.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. But he likes mainly beige food.
Yeah. He does eat green things now. You've made him eat green things. He wouldn't eat green things. Mainly,
pretty much, only broccoli, but...
That's all right.
He has some broccoli, some carrots.
Good. Broccoli's good.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I don't know. I eat anything. I can't imagine not... Like, I don't want to eat that. That's a bit,
There's a few things that I don't really like mushrooms.
Like, a lot of, let's see, I love mushrooms.
I think they're the scourge of
the air. How about if they're, like, blitzed up? Like, there's no...
No, I don't like the smell.
Bits.
But it is the texture, because the raw mushrooms are good. Cooked mushrooms I don't like.
Okay. Oh, nice. So you can use them as a dip. The raw mushrooms.
That would be weird. I just eat them whole.
Okay. But the really big ones as well.
Oh, yeah. A big portobello mushroom. Chomping on that for an hour. No, but I derive so much pleasure from cooking and feeding other people, but also eating myself. And not eating myself.
I love eating myself.
But some people don't. Like, Ben he eats because you have to eat in order not to die. If there was a pill, he'd take that instead of eating. And my brother's the same. And I find that really sad. Because I get so much pleasure from eating.
I like cooking food for Ali.
Yeah.
Because
it's such a good way of expressing how you feel about
someone.
And
I love it, like, when she's sitting down and she's like, oh, my God.
And she's excited. Exactly. It's brilliant.
I did that.
Yeah.
And it only took, like, an hour.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
It's fucking easy.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I guess it's because your parents feed you when you're a child or whatever.
My
linked
mum
to loving people.
My mum cooked all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, nothing. Like, occasionally, like, if they weren't there, like, there's some ready meals done in the microwave. And it was like, it was a treat. Oh, lovely. I'm having a microwave meal.
Yes.
2 lasagnas tonight. So, that was cool. But, yeah, my mum's awesome. I love my mum to pieces.
Good.
Yeah. She's really cool. And she does the most amazing sugar craft. I don't know if you've seen people
like
make
flowers
out of sugar.
That's amazing.
Like full-on flowers. Like, and they look like real flowers, but they're made out of sugar. She's mental. She is mental. She calls me by different names. I don't know if your parents do that.
Not yet.
She'll go through all of the family before she'll get to my name.
Oh, dear. No, we're not at that stage yet, but,
Well, that's that we haven't spoken for a while.
Oh.
I should phone her.
Yes, but then I think, should.
God damn it, maybe she should phone me. And then, I don't know, I have rung her, she's rung me, we'd speak. It's a lot better than what it was before. Mm-hmm. We didn't speak at all.
That's a shame.
Me and my family, I didn't like any of them. Fuck them.
Yeah, lots of people have to go through that stage to get back to liking each other, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, I do like my family. I love my family. I haven't seen all of them for a long time now. And it's just got to the point where it's just like,
it's fine how it is.
I've got my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I done it on my own. Well, a lot of it with Ali. If it wasn't for her, I'd still be a bum. I wouldn't have the job at Sainsbury's. I was nearly going to get fired because I couldn't get up. I couldn't go to work. I'd just be like, oh, fuck, I'm 2 hours late. I'll call in sick.
Tat tat.
Yeah, I was bad. But then, the love of a good woman changes you.
There you go. Yeah. It's a motivational force.
Absolutely, it was. Like, suddenly, there's a reason to make money now, really. Before, it's like, fucking Dole will take care of that. I don't care. Sign on at the Labour Exchange. Oh, man. Those days were cool, because I did a whole lot of nothing, and Like, living on the streets, all right. There's
Really?
nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I had a really good time. I was on a lot of fucking cool drugs. So that makes any time pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
And it changed me as a person. I'm a different person because of that now.
Yeah.
Embalming myself in MDMA the way that I did when I was 16, 17.
Before it was even cool.
Before it was even cool. Well, it was ecstasy. It was just called ecstasy then. But that's what it is. It's the same thing. It's supposed to be anyway. But the ecstasy you get now is not the same. It's not the same. Unless I've changed and I can't get the same thing from it anymore. Well, I don't think so. Drugs used to be, drugs is drugs. But they're not the same anymore. They're crap. And I don't feel the need to do them anymore. I've grown out of it. Like I grew out of cigarettes.
Yeah.
I've just grown out of stuff now. I still smoke marijuana because like
it's
it.
wonderful.
I still like it. I still enjoy it. I feel I'm more creative. I pay attention a lot more when I'm smoking it. When I play games, I'm a lot better at computer games when I've had a smoke. I really am. Mario Kart. I get into the zone. Zen master on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's like when Kat was building that tower and I felt like I was practically in it because I couldn't get away from it. But that's exactly it. It's that focus and that concentration.
Oh, it's so powerful. But, I don't think it robs me of my motivation. I do think it has stunted me emotionally a little bit.
Really?
Because I started smoking at quite a young age.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't... If I could do it all again, I wouldn't start smoking weed till I was like 25.
Okay.
If I could do it all again, I would get like school and get all that proper stuff and education out of the way first.
Yeah.
And then start doing drugs afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then just dabble in it.
Yeah.
Just every now and then, not to the excess that I did.
Yeah.
That's if I could go back and change it. Like, I don't want to go back and change it because I would be a different person.
Yeah, and everything
I would be.
Is all right now.
I was incredibly shy when I was a kid, and ecstasy taught me to talk to people.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to people before, and that's why I still talk to people now. I will talk to strangers. I don't care. Somebody sneezes behind me in a queue, I tell them, oh, bless you.
Oh, me too. And I get annoyed when no one does that. Like, if I'm in a really crowded place and I sneeze, someone should say bless you. What is wrong with your manners?
But then, that's just a crazy old throwback to the religion thing. They thought the devil was escaping from you, so they blessed you to make sure you're okay. So, yeah, fuck bless you now. I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not religious at all.
I like it. It's nice. But I do...
It's just the polite thing to do.
I do a chew, bless you, thank you, and then I have to clap to save the fairies, like in Hook.
Oh.
I still do that.
Okay.
Every time. But people don't get it. It's like, no, those things all have to happen in order. I don't need to clap if someone just sneezes. I have to clap if someone sneezes and then someone says thank you. Bless you and then thank you. It's got a protocol.
Okay. Ghost protocol. Nice. Yeah. Oh dear. Did you watch any? What have you seen any movies recently?
The last thing I saw was Cabin in the Woods.
Oh fuck! That's supposed to be really good.
Yes.
That's like a monster movie, right? There's all sorts of monsters in it.
It's Joss Whedon, so it's
cool.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that. I still haven't watched that, but that's on my list of things to watch. I saw Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists.
I saw you and Ali and one of her friends when you went away to the cinema.
Gillian, I think, or somebody.
Yes, that sounds about right. And was it good?
It's a really good film. It's an Aardman animation film, so it's very typical of Aardman animation. I don't think it's in the cinema anymore, but if you do get a chance to see it, don't see it in 3D because there's no point. That was the very first 3D movie that I had ever seen, and I didn't know what to expect. I thought it's just going to be a gimmick. Nothing is really... Because I'd heard a lot of bad feedback. Some films like Coraline and, films that...
I saw that. That was good.
They're going to be really cool in 3D. Ali came out and said, that's amazing. That was really cool. It
was good.
But then she went to see Pirates of the Caribbean and went, oh, that was fucking awful.
Yeah, and I saw Up in 3D purely because of the 3D-ness. And it was beautiful. But it was good. I loved it.
We sit in the cinema and the traders play. And I've already got my 3D glasses on. Because I think everything's in 3D.
Me too.
Right?
I think they should do that.
This isn't really working or anything. But then this advert comes on and it says, now put on your 3D glasses. and these coloured
and you
bars
feel smug because you're already there,
flying around, and they actually come out of the screen, and they're like right in front of me.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god, this is amazing 3D. This is cool. This is not the gimmick that I thought it was going to be. This is really, it's there in front of me. And then that was over. The coloured bars go away, and then this movie starts where the foreground, you know, like the pirate, he's kind of stand-outy, and the background is just a bit fuzzy, and there's like, oh, okay, where did the 3D go?
They spent all the money on telling you to put your glasses on.
There's coloured bars that came out of the screen, and they were fucking cool, man. Where's the 3D?
Yeah.
And I was like, is this not working? And I'm looking around at everyone else, and everyone's like, like, fuck, man, I can't see. This is like magic eye pictures all over again. I unfocus my eyes, cross them, and it's not working.
Give yourself a migraine and then end up crying.
Like, there was like this flash, like this little bit like came out of the screen, and it was like, oh, and then it's gone. I'm like, oh, okay, was that it? Was that the 3D? Is that why I wore these glasses? Because they turn a flag around and a bit jumps out of the screen. Fuck this, man.
It's a bit disappointing.
It's really disappointing. There was no 3D bits in the movie. There was like, I could count them on one hand.
Yeah.
What was the point in watching it in 3D? And also, a lot of the urban animation stuff, they put stuff in the background. Little things like a picture of Wallace and Gromit or something, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just like, oh, look at that. You can't see that for shit in the 3D
fuzzy.
version because it's all fuzzy.
Yeah.
The only thing in focus is the pirate captain. Do you know another thing about that movie, The Pirates Adventure with Scientists? In America, it is called The Pirates Band of Misfits because they don't understand scientists.
They don't know what a scientist is.
They don't know what a scientist is. They don't know what a philosopher is. They don't know what a scientist is. What the fuck, man?
Oh, dear.
Oh, why? I don't understand why they had to do that.
No, I don't.
And now, like, they don't get it because there's loads of books. There's Pirates, An Adventure with Scientists, Pirates, An Adventure with this, Pirates, An Adventure with that. And that's how you tell them apart. But now they're not going to have that. It's just Pirates, A Band of Misfits, Pirates, A Game of Thrones. Fucking all that. Oh, my God. That really annoyed me when I found that out. Because now Americans aren't going to get it. They're not going to get the joke.
Oh, poor Americans.
They've got a flag. Their pirate flag is 2 ham bones because they really like ham. It was a really good film. I really recommend that. But I don't go to the cinema anymore. It's too expensive.
We always go on Orange Wednesdays.
Even on Orange Wednesdays, it's still too expensive for me. It's too much.
Yeah, but it's nice just because then I'm like, oh, well, at least I know we're definitely going to do something this week.
Well,
on Wednesday night, we will go to the cinema.
That's true. I need to do more stuff, really. I need to do more stuff with Ali. Get her out of the house. There. That's probably a good idea.
Did you not go and see Avengers? Because I know...
No, I'm not bothered about Avengers.
No, I wasn't.
Not
but
really.
Then
apparently it's supposed to be, there's quite funny.
Really
there's some really good bits in it, but I couldn't really care. Like Thor... I don't understand. I know it's a comic book, it's fantasy, but I don't understand how that works. That doesn't, like, I can understand Spider-Man, like when they make the movies, it's like, oh, okay, I'll go with that. But then, like, mythical Norse gods come down from the sky with a magical hammer that shoots lightning out.
Yeah, so where are the rest of the Greek gods?
I'm off the boat now. Yeah. I don't understand this anymore. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
X-Men, I liked the cartoons, but the movies I thought kind of sucked balls, really. Comic books don't translate well to the big screen, I don't think. Like, Sin City, that fucking worked amazingly well. 300 worked amazingly well. Yeah. That kind of stylistic, cinema shot, that... I mean, it works. It plays. But just trying to make frame by frame of the comic book.
Superheroes are every day, and they're walking around in London or Manhattan. Why do you want to make them more normal? That's boring. We like them because they're superhuman, not because they work in a fish and chip shop. Or do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's part of the problem with some of them is they just try and make them like these normal people. Obviously, they're meant to be normal people, and something incredible happens to them. But that kind of stops them from having a normal life. Yeah. So why are we trying to make films where it's like, oh, he's still just a normal guy. You can aspire to be like him. Well, no, because I'm not going to get bitten by a radioactive spider. It's not going to happen. For a start, my job doesn't entail any spiders.
No. No. I don't know. I just think I'm falling out of favour with movies. I like simpler movies. I don't like big budget Hollywood, like Transformers can suck my balls. Oh my god, that was so bad. I don't care. I don't care about any of that.
And I wanted it to be really good as well because I loved Transformers as a kid.
Yeah, but they fucked up the format from the beginning. In the cartoons, it was some humans went to a strange planet and they found these robots that strangely looked like cars,
robots
even though
disguise.
They were in disguise. But in disguise from who? There are other robots on the planet, but the robots know that they're cars, so they're like, oh, look, there's a fucking Ford driving past us. We're on an alien planet.
I wonder who
like,
that is.
Ford doesn't exist out here. We don't have that. Why are they... It didn't make any sense to me. But then I thought about it, and the reason they're like that is because they're selling toys. That's why they're like that. There's no, you can't think. There's no philosophy behind it. You can't. But it was about humans. It was
that all these aliens
that
had car
some
fetishes.
robots. You know what I mean? 2 humans that met a world of robots. In the films, they're on Earth, and the robots are meeting humans en masse, and it doesn't wash. They should have had humans going out into space, and they encounter these robots who are having this fucking all-out war, and they get embroiled in it. That would have been much better. I'd have watched that.
But maybe we're meant to care more because there's more humans in danger.
Fuck human interest. There's too many human interest stories. I hate humans. If I'm going to go see a movie about giant fucking robots,
I want to see robots.
Giant fucking robots. I don't want to see romance between some cunts I don't care about.
Yes, that's very true.
And I don't like any of the people. Is it Shia LaBeouf? It was in it. Fuck it. I hate him. He killed Indiana Jones.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was going to be your comment on him.
Everybody involved in that fucking movie killed Indiana Jones with that movie. It was decent enough. I really enjoyed that movie.
I
really enjoyed that movie,
so.
But there were the ridiculous bits were extraordinarily ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, in the original ones, there were ridiculous bits, but they weren't that fucking ridiculous. Like, I could believe some of them.
The temple taken off to an alien planet. Yeah.
Oh, it had to be aliens at the end. You knew it was going to be aliens.
It's always God or aliens. And in some terrible films, it's God and aliens because they're all connected. Like that, what's it called? The Knowing, I think, with Nicolas Cage. And
that's it.
And he's horrendous, I know. But you kind of think, it's a good film. It seems like an all right film. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so it's aliens. So this is interesting. But then you see the aliens, and they kind of look like angels. And they could have come from heaven, so it's just a fucking cop-out, just like Lost.
Yeah, Lost was a cop-out.
Don't make sci-fi and then make it about God. I hate you. Don't do that, J.J. Abrams.
He's done some badass films, though.
I know, but don't do that.
Lost, I don't know. I think that got mixed up with there was other people involved in that.
Oh, yeah, and the writer's strike and blah, and the team changing and everything.
Yeah.
But I invested a lot of hours of my life into that shit. And I loved it. And then it turned out to be a big old pile of God-loving wank. I was very, very angry.
You are very angry. You're still angry about it.
I know,
it
I'm
finished
holding that.
2 years ago.
I know.
With Lost, when it first started, I watched the first episode, and that plane crashing was fucking cool. And then it was like, shit, there's a lot of people here. Mm-hmm. It's all going to be about all of these people, and I can't begin to remember all of these people.
You don't care about them because they're people.
I don't care about them. They're just people. And I bet you they're going to fucking die. So, no.
Well, that's fine. Then you can remember the names more easily.
I can't watch it. And then everybody started watching it in our house. And by about series 3, when half of the cast had died, that's when I started watching it. Because they're all dead. No, they didn't matter.
Yeah.
Most of those people, there was a few of them, 10% of some of those people who died, they actually mattered in the end. Not all of them. Mm-hmm. Why did people watch a whole hour-long episode about their story when they just die and there's no reference to them ever again? Why did I waste my time doing that? I'll join in when everybody's dead at the end. I know the 5 main characters are Jack, Saeed, Kate, Sawyer, and Hurley. And then Ben. I loved Ben. Ben was awesome.
He's an evil
the
fuck.
Creepy guy. He was so good. So good.
He's one of those people who always plays the same character because I've since seen him in quite a lot of stuff and he's always an evil little weirdo and I love it. He's brilliant.
It's because he looks like an evil little weirdo.
Exactly. So I think if you're really weird looking or whatever, your casting is probably so much easier and you're going to be way more successful. So either be super, super hot or really weird looking and then, get a job in acting.
That's like how William H. Macy gets all his jobs and stuff, because he's weird looking, but he's been in hundreds of movies.
Yeah.
Hundreds. Oh, man.
And he's really good.
And he is really good.
Especially
really
if you
good.
want someone to kind of shout at someone who's junior to them and make them feel inferior. Get William H. Macy to do it.
Oh, my God. He's been in so many of my favourite films. Like Fargo, for one.
Oh, that's a good
His
film.
performance in that's so good. Oh, my God. The movies that I really like, I will watch to death. And I just really will watch them over and over again.
I watched things a couple of times, but...
That's why on Netflix, I just watch the same films over again, because everything else looks shit.
Oh, that's worth the fees.
There are some films on Netflix that I experimented with, and they're really good.
Okay.
They're Adventures in Babysitting. That was an old movie. It's got Elizabeth Shue in it, and I really liked Elizabeth Shue.
It sounds terrible,
and
just from the title.
I thought it sounded terrible. It's a cheesy 80s movie, and I'm like, I like cheesy 80s movies, but no, fuck it, I'll stick it on. Mm-hmm. And it was really bloody good. It was a really good film. It was funny, and it tied you into the characters. It was really good. Yeah. A really good film. Oh. That kind of Ferris Bueller's Day Off kind of feel. It was like that, but there were younger kids in it. In fact, one of the kids, the young girl, she was dressed up like Thor, tying that back into that.
Excellent.
So, yeah. She did a really good portrayal of Thor, though. She should have been in the fucking Avengers movies. That little girl who was Thor.
Although she's now like
Adventures
30.
in Babysitting. She's probably dead now. I don't even know who she is. Child stars rarely stick around, and they're rarely good when they grow up.
That's true.
Like, do you remember the girl who was in Matilda?
Yeah, and she was amazing.
She was amazing. She like fucking, what was it, Mrs. Doubtfire? She was in so many movies, but she was the little girl.
Yeah, she was the little girl in everything when I was little.
What after that? Pantomime.
Really?
That's what she does. Pantomime.
Oh.
Yeah. Sad. Isn't that sad?
That is sad. Because she started out great, and then she's ended up where I still am now.
No, I was going to say Nightmare on 34th Street, but it's Miracle on 34th Street. That movie about Father Christmas. She's the little girl in that.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. Mm-hmm. But she was. She's not now. She doesn't look the same anymore.
Maybe she's still brilliant, but...
I don't know.
There's no place for her in Hollywood.
It's a shame. I don't know. Like, I could pull up a picture of her. There was a picture that circulated of her after she'd grown up. She doesn't look the same.
That's really disappointing. She hasn't got the fringe.
Yeah. But she was really good, though. Matilda, that's one of my favourite films.
Oh, I went to see the musical of that with the music's written by Tim Minchin and the script's written by Dennis Kelly. I saw that last week, and it is so good. Really good.
I want to go see that.
And the stage is brilliant. Like, the set is just amazing.
Where did you sit?
In the cheap seats, so really far back and high up. But it was still brilliant.
All right. Because you get a better view, I think,
even the cheapest seats were still £25 each, so...
No, right. And on top of that, you got a booking fee. And how many seats did you book?
2.
Did you pay booking fee on both seats?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm booking them both at the same time. What the fuck are you playing at?
It's an administration fee.
Wankers.
What for? An administration fee for what? I'm printing off my own tickets, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not even giving me a bit of card.
Some theatres you can get around it by if you ring them and pick up the tickets at the box office. You don't have to pay the fees. But that doesn't make any sense because there's still a person who has to print off your tickets and hand them to you. So I just don't understand. Stop charging me all this extra money for rubbish.
It's unfair. And also, like, I've gone on the night to buy a ticket and they charge me a booking fee there. And I haven't booked. I've just turned up and bought a ticket. Oh, that was fucking Beardy Man, that was.
Oh, really?
Sub 89, yeah.
Oh, I bet that was
It was a really good show.
Yeah.
I had a really good time, but I was pissed off from the beginning. it always sets me off. When I go out, if something happens and it pisses me off, that's it. The fucking night's ruined for me.
I'm a bit like that.
I'm pissed off now, and nobody understands. Oh, hey, I'm having a good time. It's like, well, I'm not. So I'm just going to sit at the back. Like, don't mind me. I'm just pissed off.
Yeah,
eventually,
I don't need someone to look after me. I just need to be allowed to be angry for a bit.
I'll probably come over in a bit and start dancing again. But I'm just pissed off right now.
I get that rage from really inconsequential things, though. Like the other day, I got on the bus after 7 o'clock, and apparently a return after 7 o'clock is £2.20, not £3.40. But I get onto the bus. Hi, you all right? How are you doing? No response. He doesn't even look up. So I think, I'll just stand here for a bit because maybe the bus isn't due to go for ages or something. Nothing. So can I just get a return to town, please? Still doesn't even look up at me. I just wait there. Probably wait for about a minute, and then I'm like, this is ridiculous. God. I'll put my money in the stupid hopper thing that you can't get change out of. And then he really, really slowly lifts his head up and says, just so you know, after 7, it's only £2.20.
What?
Oh, my God, you wanker! So all I say is, brilliant, thanks, and storm off. But I was so angry, because why couldn't he have told me that before I put my money in, or even acknowledged that I was there?
You know, hang on a minute. It's after
Bastard.
7. Do you know, it's only £2.20 now. Do you know that?
That was it.
How much have you got? £3.40. Put that away, love. Have you got change? Are you all right? If you haven't, I've got some change down here. It'll be all right for you. I'd fucking love to. My customer service, I pride myself on that.
Exactly,
I will go above and beyond for anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in their position, it sucks when they don't do anything. And I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on my watch, thank you.
Well, this is exactly what I said. I said to 2 other people, I told them about this, because I was really, really angry. Just because it's just rude. And I said, where's the customer service? And they both said, he's a bus driver. They don't do customer service. Well, they should.
They should. And do you know what? 90% of the bus drivers on the... I guess it was the 17.
No.
Oh.
It was the number 5.
Oh, fuck the number 5, man. They could suck my balls.
Whitley, that's why they're so aggy.
I'll kick him in the dick, man. That's what I'm going to do.
But it's just... And I know it's stupid and it's really small, but it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people.
No.
So just... Especially when you've got a dickhead like me who tries to be nice all the time. So I get onto the bus and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day? Like an idiot. I know, it's probably actually quite annoying for some people.
What would piss me off being a bus driver is at the end, when they get off the bus and there's a huge long queue of people and they're all like, thanks, cheers, mate. All right, mate. Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. You're all right, mate. Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks, driver. Thanks, mate. Just, you know, I know you're grateful.
I find that odd. I always do say thank you.
I always say thank you because I have to say thank you.
But how come we do that? Because we don't do it for any other service. Like, they're doing exactly what their job is, exactly what they're paid to do, and we say thank you. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
I say
but
thank
we don't
you
do that
everything.
to a lot of... Oh, no, I do as well.
McDonald's.
It takes me a long time for transactions in shops because I give them the stuff and I say, that's it, thanks. And then they tell me the price and I say, oh, cool, thank you. And then I give them the money and I say, cheers. And then they give me my change. And I'm like, thanks very much. Have a nice day. And then they're like, all right, see you. And I'm like, bye, thank you. So I've said thank you about 7 times in one transaction and I'm not even the one whose job it is.
Oh, you're doing their job for them. That's crazy.
But in, you know, loads and loads of places you'll go and someone is doing their job and you don't thank them. So why does everyone thank bus drivers? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's common courtesy.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. And
but
it's
maybe
nice
we
that
should
it's
just
still
extend
there.
it.
But that, if I was a bus driver, that would really irritate me.
Just get the fuck off my bus.
Just get off. Yeah, cheers. What do they expect? I'm going to sit there and go, thanks, lovely, come again. Lovely, pleased to see you. Good, thank you.
Please use the bus again.
Oh, no,
as if you
trouble,
had a choice.
No
How are you getting home?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. That's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. Fine. It's just, like, you know, like if it's late at night and it's just one person getting off, that's fine. That's nice. And also you might have like an intimate moment.
Ooh, intimate moment.
I like
with a
having
bus
intimate
driver
moments with bus drivers. They're the best ones. They know all the good dogging sites.
Oh, lowering the tone.
Yeah. Oh dear. I tried not to. I've done quite well. I only swore a little bit. Yeah. Normally, I talk about all sorts.
See, I wasn't even sure if we were allowed to swear or not. I feel like I should be well behaved.
We can do whatever we want.
Because I've just given out my acting website. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it is going to be an insight to your character, but it allows people to know who you are.
That's
true. Just gets to know you as a person, and that gets half of the bullshit out of the way.
That's true.
And then people will think they know you already, and they'll come up to you and be like, "Oh, it's you. Oh, I heard you on that thing."
When I was on pantomime tour, someone came up to me and said, "You are so good in Emmerdale." I don't watch Emmerdale, so I don't know who it is that I look like. But I really wanted to be like, "Oh, thank you so much." But it was a kind of a little rubbish pantomime, so why would they have thought that I was in Emmerdale?
They are referring to the she won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me a Job, I think. Sorry, yeah, that show. I think she won that. She was on it. She's got long, sort of black brunette hair.
I hope she's not a munter.
She's not a munter. She's no Sonia Jackson. We'll say that much.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I unfortunately had to say, oh, thanks, but that's not me.
Oh, well done. Well done. See, I wouldn't. I'd go, thank you very much. Do you know, it's nice to meet fans of the show. Have you got anything you want me to sign for you?
It just struck me as odd because the panto was really, really fun and I enjoyed it.
I love panto.
But it wasn't like we were in a big theatre or anything. It was we were touring around schools and working men's clubs and stuff like that. And it was cool and, you know, everyone was really fun and the costumes were cool and it was good. It wasn't going to have had someone from Emmerdale in it, though. Like, ever. Maybe someone in 10 years' time will be in Emmerdale who was in that pantomime, but not the other way around.
Would you do a soap? If they offered you a character in a soap, you'd do a soap?
Definitely, yeah.
Would you feel, though, like it's possible you might get the curse of the soap? Or would you stay in the soap? Would you, like, oh, that's it now. I'm on Coronation Street. Because people get on Coronation Street and then that's it. You leave Coronation Street and it's very hard for you to get something else. Especially
but then
if you were
some people
popular.
have gone on to do really good stuff, like BBC dramas and stuff like that. Like, the ridiculously beautiful girl off Emmerdale. Not Emmerdale. I'm obsessed with Emmerdale now.
You are.
Of Hollyoaks.
There's a lot of ridiculously beautiful women on Hollyoaks. Gemma Atherton?
No, there's lots of fit ones. She's beautiful. She's got really high cheekbones and long blonde hair.
Yeah, no, I think I know what you mean.
Kind of odd-shaped face, but absolutely gorgeous. And she was in Prisoners' Wives on BBC, and that was really good.
Wow. Okay.
So, I don't know. I guess it depends how good you are, in a way. And I don't know. I think some people are TV actors and some people are film actors and stuff, and it depends on the way you look to a large extent. And I'd probably look like quite a good-looking person if I was in EastEnders, whereas if I was in a blockbuster film, I'd be the ugly friend. So EastEnders would be quite fun, you see.
Maybe if they put a fat suit on you. Oh, no, that's not nice. I used fat as a term. Oh, you'd be the ugly one. Oh, if they put a fat suit on you. Fat does not necessarily mean ugly. I know a lot of fat people that are very attractive. In Hollywood terms, though, often,
unfortunately, too, intrinsically linked because
Hollywood's mean. Fat's funny.
That's true. But the ugly best friend person is normally the comedy. Yeah. But to be fair, I would love to do that too. Evil, funny. Yeah. I can do those. I just don't really like being nice.
It's the serious nice. That's hard to pull off, like, convincingly.
Although, having said this, whenever you do get a character like that, like I remember I had a character in my final show, and I got the script, and I was really, really, really pleased to have got the part I got because it was pretty substantial for my final show at drama school. But I was like, oh, she's a bit of a turd. She's just a wet blanket. I don't like her. But then the more you get into it, if anyone said that to me, I'm like, what are you on about? She's amazing. You don't understand her. Because you really do get a weird affinity with your characters. And however you feel about them to begin with, by the end, they are a part of you. And if anyone says anything, you're like, fuck you, you're wrong, you don't understand. So she started out a bit of a turd, but actually in my head she was like just a downtrodden warrior or something.
There's a lot of backstory going on there.
Yeah.
There's reasons. Yeah. Oh, dear. Do you know what? I'm getting a little bit hungry, and I'm going to have some snacks. So we're going to wind this one up.
Yeah.
And then I've really enjoyed this.
Me
too. This one's been
fun.
Even better than the Tanner one. Even better. This is now officially my favourite podcast that I've done. Yeah.
I've
Hopefully,
enjoyed it.
Well, she's not going to listen to it anyway, so she won't find that out.
I think we should make her.
Pin her down.
And be like, listen for the end, listen for the end.
Like, yeah. Martin disses you. Just say that. Martin disses you in his podcast. He said you were terrible. She was really good. I had a really good time, but this one's infinitely better. Better. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it.
I've got to get some bullshit out of the way now. I do apologise. I have an email address that is theridiculousness@gmail.com. The Ridiculousness. RIDICULOUSNESS. I did that without it even being up on the screen. I used to have it up on the screen because I can't spell. I'm not very good. But with repetition, I can get it. Mm-hmm. And I made a rhyme of it. In my head, there's a rhyme.
Oh, we want to hear the rhyme.
Well, no, but it's just the way I say it.
It's just got a rhythm.
Yeah, it's just got a rhythm, not rhyme.
Yeah.
I don't really have an awful lot of rhythm, I have to say. That's one thing that's lacking from me. I'm not musically talented in any way whatsoever. Even singing, I like... In my head, I'm a really good singer, but I'm not at all. I'm supposed to be wrapping this one up. You can find me on iTunes under The Ridiculousness or on Podomatic.com. It's theridiculousness.podomatic.com, which is easy to find. We've been going for just over an hour. 1 hour, 10 minutes.
It didn't
and that didn't even feel like that long.
I know.
And it was quite fun.
I really enjoyed it.
There you go. Awesome. I don't know, people in podcasts that I've listened to, they always say, oh, you can find me on iTunes under this, and you can find me. People already
They've
fucking
already
know
found
that.
you.
They've already
Yeah,
found
I know.
you. They know where to find you. They're listening to it right now. But you have to say that because, I take models from them. So.
Well,
yeah.
And also, you've gone to the effort of setting these things up, so you need to be like, I'm good, look at my shit.
Do you know the
Not
only person
actual
who's
proof.
emailed me, though? Is Podomatic.com. That's to say,
okay, so
your
I
trial
think,
membership is now over.
I think that the aim from this podcast should be as many emails as possible.
Oh, maybe.
But please not offensive ones, because I don't know if my sensitive ego or Martin's can take that.
I'm fine. You can send me anything you like.
You're
I'm
easy.
Get but nothing against my guests. That's good for me. I like that. I don't mind. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you again soon. If you want to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.